Good evening, everybody. This is Tony, and we are back for another exciting episode of Game-O-Rama Uncut. And today we are going to be playing Door. Yes, that's right, you heard me, Door. We are playing Door. We're going to be playing, this first half we're going to be playing on the MSX. And I guess I wasn't ready for that. Figured I would have been. But, guess I wasn't ready. It just caught me by surprise, so let's start this all over again. Hi, my name is Tony. Welcome to Game-O-Rama Uncut. This is episode... Jesus Christ, I forgot to shut the volume off. There we go. This is episode Who Gives a Shit. We've done so many of these, I've literally lost track. So we're playing Door. We're playing Door for the MSX, and then in the second half we're gonna be playing motherfucker. Okay, so I can't fall off the edge. Take a pace for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. So yeah, we're gonna start off by playing the MSX version, and then alright, I got you. Yes. And now fuck. I swear to God there was a jumping button for this game. We're going to play the MSX version first, and then we're going to move on to the Famicom version. Why? Why not? Alright, got you in yet. Shit! He sped up on me. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? He sped up. Fuck me. Game over? Fuck me. There has to be a game for it to be over. I can't just sit there and go, there's no game here, so joke's on me, right? Some water. I need some water for my body. So it's been a while. Anything interesting happen? I mean, we did have a Game-O-Rama Uncut episode go up election day, and then the results kind of were not what we were expecting. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna just fuck. Alright, I thought I had him inside, but whatever. Didn't have the door open wide enough. Okay, cool. Okay, now I got him in. Yay. Moving on. But no, so the results were different from what from what everyone was expecting, and we were like, oh, well, shit, we're gonna be stuck here with the bag wide open going, oh, well, we kind of recorded this and expected this to kind of be a video that in the long run was gonna be for a Harris victory, and that didn't happen. Okay, cool, boys, we're just gonna wrap this up. We're gonna put this into an unairable state for right now until we can figure out what the hell we're gonna do. So, and it sucks too, because the fucking ROM hack was awesome, but it's like, yeah, I'm not taking that risk. Oh my god, that's perfect. I got all of them. How did I get that? Alright, there's a spike up above. There's a spike in my boot. Alright, come on, you little bastard, get in here. You too. Ba-ding, ba-doom. Bada-bing, bada-boom, bada-bow. Alright, get down. But, so yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, I guess we're not doing this now. Or we did do it, and now we can't let this completely run. Shit, I hit the spike. So that kind of sucks. So now it's like been like I took some time off because of, well, A, just being downright exhausted, B, being just like I needed my brain to kind of comprehend what the fuck had just happened with Tuesday, and then C, I've been dealing with an abscess in the back of my back tooth. Surprisingly, the same back tooth area that the first abscess happened in when I was like in college. So it's like, wow, it almost makes me think that spot is completely fucking toxic. So, yeah, so I gotta go in for a cleaning, and I'm taking antibiotics right now to basically get rid of this infection. And the hope is, wow, this motherfucker really sped up, and shit, I'm dead. And well, that's, yeah, I got one more shot. And the hope is pretty much that, hopefully, hopefully it won't be that, won't be as bad as I think it is. I have to go in for a cleaning though now, and Yeah, so they gotta take a look at all my teeth, and I know I got a few that definitely are like, oh yeah, those need to be fixed. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I took the def on that one. I took the L. Shit. So that's gonna be a fun time. I'm just gonna like make a regular cleaning, and it's like, oh well, that tooth is completely like ruined. I'm gonna be like, oh, there's a jump button. Cool. Anyways, as I was saying, like if that tooth's completely ruined, I'm gonna be like, yeah, just rip it out. I'll pay the cost for the freaking extraction. Just rip the motherfucker out, so it doesn't cause me any more trouble. You want a replacement in there because it's a molar? Hell no. I'll just use my left side of my mouth. Since, weirdly enough, that side of my mouth is just like, oh yeah, everything's just fucking peachy keen. Just no problems over here. It's like, what the fuck? Right side, it's like, yeah, no, this is fucking Doom City. I've had fucking nightmares where like I've literally like bite into a piece of corn and all of a sudden, shit. And all of a sudden my nightmares would be like, you bit into it and like half your fucking teeth come out and you're like, oh, and that would like come out like a perfect like half of a half, so like a quarter ring. And I'm just like, okay, where the hell was this dream? Oh yeah, death. Where the hell was this dream going? And like that's the shit that would just keep you up at night. I've told my coworkers about it and they're like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah, I said, I don't know what the fuck the meaning of that dream was, but it was fucking downright dark, and I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, shit, he sped up. But yeah, so I gotta go through the schedule again. I'm really debating on shuffling around some episodes. I know 500 was kind of always set in stone to be what it's gonna be, but it's like I'm still having this moment of like maybe self-questioning, like, should that be the 500th episode? Should we do something else? Would it be more fun if we did this as the 500th? And it's like, no, let's stick to that being the 500th. All right, well, what's $4.99 gonna be? And it's like, well, are we gonna do, oh, that's right, I can go side to side. Yeah, def. Are we still gonna do One Piece then as $4.99? It's like, well, we can, but like we could also go back and adjust that as well. Adjust the thumbnail for that as well, and just not make it One Piece. I mean, that's kind of an idea. Shit. Okay, why is it always the last guy just like speeds up like shit? It's like, here I am, fucking Speedy Gonzales. Arriba. It's like, what the fuck? But I'm trying to think, like, yeah. And then, like, how are we gonna handle the rest of the session? Is it gonna be, oh great, I just kind of wasted that door open. This motherfucker goes downstairs, I'm gonna be like, I'm dead. Yes, there we go. And it's like, how do we tackle the rest of the session since we took so much time apart, between, this episode and this episode, and while there was technically an episode that came out on this day, it's like, well, we had to pull that off. So it's been hectic. I know what you're gonna say, Tony, what have you been doing to relax through all this? And I'm gonna say, well, I'll have you know what I've been doing to relax and calm my nerves is surprisingly something 10 times worse. So oh god, I don't know if I want to talk about it now or just wait until we get into the second half, but you know what, fuck it, we got a lot of time, let's talk about it now. So I've been going through and oh god, this sounds so stupid coming out of me. I've been going through and catastrophically like making a whole new, oh god, this sounds so stupid thinking about it in retrospect. So I've been categorically going through every episode of The Simpsons on like Wikipedia, and I've been putting the show into a new like episode order in terms of like production order, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So I'm literally taking The Simpsons episodes and I'm putting them in production order. And I could tell you there's been a lot of interesting developments doing it this way, where I'm putting the episodes in production order instead of like air date order. And I wrote down. I'm literally looking at it right now. I kid you not. I wrote down the Simpsons real episode order, and I have it in 2 sheets right now. Sheet 1 for the first 10 years of the show, and sheet 2 for seasons 11 to 20. And I'm just like, okay, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like, just before we even started this, I got to, like, season 17. And I'm just like, alright, man, like, what the fuck we going on about with this? But there's been some, like, interesting, little, what's the word I'm looking for? Some little interesting observations I've noticed, though, going through it this way. Like, writing down the episodes in a fucking production order standpoint. So I'm gonna kind of go through everything at some point. I'll probably upload this on, like, Blue Sky, or I'll put it up on the group page for all the group members, but, like, it's so weird setting it up this way and just being like, yeah, this feels absolutely normal. But, like, there's just some shit. I'll talk about it in the second half, more about it, but yeah, so I've been going through it, and, like, it's funny to me, because I'll be like, oh, so this technically would have been the season finale, and it's like, that kind of works and kind of doesn't. It's weird. Or, like, certain episodes where I'm like, okay, I know deep down that was meant to be the, season premiere, and they ended up shuffling shit around. And there are some times when I would just look at the season and I'm just like, wow, you have a lot. You have a lot going on. It's like, how, my friend? How do you make that work? You know. But I'm looking at the list right now, and I'll tell you where the craziest shit kicks in. Season 6, I would say season 6 entirely is probably the longest season of The Simpsons. Season 6 is the longest season. And I know that's weird to say, but hear me out on why. Season 6 of The Simpsons, I kid you not, is 33 episodes. In total. Season 6, in production order-wise, is 33 episodes. 33, with 2 holdovers. 2 of the 33 episodes are holdover episodes for Season 7. And that's everything, too. I kind of bowled out, like, okay, what's the holdover episode? Like, Season 5 only had... Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I want to describe this, because this is really stupid in hindsight. Season 1 didn't have any holdover episodes, because they weren't sure if they were going to get the second season pickup. So Season 1, all 13 episodes are just there. There's nothing that was held over. Season 2 has seasons 2 through, I would say, roughly... Yeah. Seasons 2 to 6 have 2 holdover episodes a season. You know, every season has 2 episodes that get held over for the next season. Season 7 is when they broke that rule, and they put in more holdover episodes for Season 8. And some that even went into Season 9. Like, I kid you not, it's a weird observation I've noticed, but like... But like, it's just odd being like, oh, this season has more episodes than this, but like Season 6 has fucking 33 episodes. Which is bizarre. I would want to like bring this up to like someone on the Simpsons staff and just be like, hey, Matt Selman, like, do you ever notice this and how fucked up it is in hindsight? Like, Season 7 technically has 28 episodes. You know, it's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And like, Season 1 is still technically the shortest season with 13. Regardless. Season 6 is the longest season of The Simpsons, with Season 7 like right behind it. It's funny to me. And like Seasons 7 and 8 also have holdover episodes for Season 9. So, But like we'll get more into this in the second half. I'll talk more about it, but like it's just. And then for a good while, like it was just 22 episodes straight. Seasons like 11 to fucking 15 were like 11, 12, 13, and 14 were like 22 episodes straight. I'm so far up to the end of season 17, and I gotta map out what season 18 looks like. So this is gonna get more and more weird as I get further along in this. But it's just like, Jesus fuck. Fucking Christ on a bicycle. And I know what you're saying, like, how much time have you wasted on this? 2 days so far. 2 days and I'm already up to season 17. Like the end of 17, start of 18. That's how much time I've wasted on all this. Death. Shit. Join me in the second half of the episode when we go over all the little weird like inconsistencies and all the weird like, oh, that's a weird observation that I noticed with these episodes, because I'm gonna go over a shit ton of them. Because it's really weird and fascinating to me. Like, oh, this was supposed to be the 100th episode, or this would have been the 100th. It's like, really? But anyways, we're gonna take a quick break here, folks. We'll be right back. And we are back, everybody. So, here we go. Now we're playing Door for the Super Famicom, or the Famicom. The Super Famicom. Yes, we're playing the Super Famicom version of Door. What is wrong with me? Okay, so when we left off, we were talking about the Simpsons, like, episode, production order, episode, guide thing I've been working on. Why, I don't know. So I'm going to go over some interesting observations now. Because there's some shit that in my head is like not fully calculating, and again, I really would like a Simpsons writer or a producer to fucking like just hear me out on all this. If I have to, I will split a lot of this out, and I will be like, hey, can anyone explain this to me? So here we go. I'm gonna go over the weird notions that I've noticed. So getting into season 1. Episodes 10 and 11 of the series that were in production order were Homer's Night Out and Life on the Fast Lane. In a weird way, that kind of feels like a two-parter. I know it's weird to say that, but like, hear me out. Because it feels like, okay, part 1, episode 10 is, Homer, allegedly cheating on Marge, and episode 11 is Marge allegedly cheating on Homer. So it's kind of like a weird yin-yang kind of storyline up for those 2 episodes. So it kind of feels like a 2-parter. But like in actual retrospect, like Life on the Fast Lane aired first, and then Homer's Night Out aired afterwards. Also, season 1 ends with the Crepes of Wrath, which is a good episode. It's one of my favorites. Like, not my personal favorite, but like up there is one of my favorites. From at least the first season. And it's like, oh, that's a weird way to end out the season. Like, it's not Krusty gets busted. No. It's the episode where Bart gets sent to France. That's how we end season 1. I'm sorry, what? But anyway, so season 2. Season 2 was supposed to begin with 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish. The episode where Mr. Burns was going to run for governor. I heard that one in the commentary. They said, like, yeah, that was kind of going to be our premiere. But then, we realized, well, Bart's the main focus, in the show right now. It's Bartmania. So let's kick off the Bart episode, and thus Bart Gets an F became the season premiere. But in actual retrospect, Bart Gets an F was supposed to be episode 3. So more or less, those 2 episodes just kind of swap slots. No, they didn't actually swap slots now that I think about it. No, Bart Gets an F became the premiere, and then 2 cars moved to episode 4 of the 2nd season in broadcast order. Because Treehouse of Horror just got bumped up to episode 3. But Treehouse of Horror is actually episode 17. But anyways, trying to find some more interesting. There's a really weird thing I noticed where episode 17 to like 22, episode 17 to 22 of season 2, or not season 2, oh yeah, season 2 in production order, line up with episode 17 to 22 in airing order. So like that was the one weird time where everything kind of aligned. And I've noticed that a couple of times where there'll be moments where like the episodes like in production order and in broadcast order will just align perfectly. It's a weird thing, but anyways, Stark Raving Dad, the Michael Jackson episode, is the season 2 finale technically. When Flanders Failed, which aired in the middle of season 3, is actually the second to last episode of season 2, which is weird. It's the same thing with like A Streetcar Named Marge. A Streetcar Named Marge aired near the beginning of season 4, but it's actually a middle of season 3 episode. And Camp Krusty is the season 3 finale. Homer's Barbershop Quartet, Cape Fear, kind of makes sense. Looking at it in retrospect, that kind of works out. So, that's, technically the end of season 4, but the start of season 5. Lisa's Rival is the one that really perplexes me. So, here's the thing. We all know that the 100th episode of The Simpsons is Sweet Seymour Skinner's Badass Song. That's technically considered in broadcast terms the 100th episode of the show. That's not the 100th one produced, though. The 100th one produced was Lisa's Rival. In production order, that's the 100th episode. Lisa's Rival is technically the 100th episode of The Simpsons. It is so fucking bizarre to know that. It's like, what? But it ended up airing in the middle of season 6. So, let's see here. Okay, this is the one that really fucking hurts my brain. And this is the one I would really love to get an answer on. So, in terms of production, in broadcast order, Who Shot Mr. Burns was the end of season 6. Part 1 was the end of season 6. Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 became the kickoff to season 7. In production order, though, Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1 is episode 16 of season 6, and Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 is episode 20 of season 6. Radioactive Man, 201 Greyhounds, and the PTA disbands are all, production-wise, in between those 2 parts. That fucking hurts my brain to think about. Like, what? Like, you didn't even think about just, like, making that, okay, 2F16, 2F17, done. No, instead it's like 2F16, 1, 2, 3 normal episodes, 2F20. Here we go. We're back into the 2-parter. What? Season 6 technically ends with a clip show, too. That's technically where Season 6 ends. But it ended up airing, like, earlier in the season, but it was the last episode produced. It's a weird fucking thing I've noticed. Season 6, like I also said, is the longest season, with 33 episodes, because there were, like, 3 or 4 episodes that were produced by the critics, the crew for the show The Critic, LG and Mike Reese's show, so they came back and worked on a few episodes. And so those were kind of considered the last episodes of the season. Like, Round Springfield, The Stars Burns, like, those are 2 of their episodes. Season 7, I know, has a few that are held over from them as well, like Lisa Sachs and Simpson Califragilistic and Simpson Tide. Those are also their episodes, but those would get held over till Season 8. And Seasons 8 and 9. Yeah, Seasons 7 and 8 weirdly, like, mix up, like, random Season 9 episodes. Like, it's true, Season 9 was really a hodgepodge of, like, leftover episodes that were being produced from Seasons 7 and 8, and then whatever, like, Mike Scully was bringing in. And then, you know, bringing back David Merkin to work on a few episodes. But, so, I'm going down to Season 9 here. So, Season 9 had the 200th episode. The 200th episode in broadcast was Trash of the Titans. That was the 200th episode. In broadcast, in production terms, that's episode 191. So the actual 200th episode in production terms is actually Natural Born Kissers. I'm going to get a lot of comments from the Simpsons crew on this, being like, okay, I'm going to explain to you why you're wrong. So, I will probably cut out this entire audio segment and just be like, I'm handing this to you, plus the Excel sheet. You all have fun with this. For a while, I thought it was When You Dish Upon a Star was the 200th, and then I remembered, like, oh, there's one weirdly remnant, like, Season 7 episode, or Season 7 or Season 8, that just gets thrown in the middle of Season 9. So I'm like, alright, I guess, you know, we kind of forgot about that, typed it back in, and I was like, okay, no, Natural Born Kisses is the 200th. Alright, that makes sense. Going into page 2 here. Starting over is the 300th episode, which is technically what they said in the commentary. They said, yeah, production-wise, Barding Over is the 300th episode. Broadcast-wise, Strong Arms of the Ma is the 300th episode. But Fox was already dead set on promoting Barding Over as the 300th. That they were willing to ignore continuity just to point out, this is the 300th episode. There's even a good joke about it in the episode where Marge is like, Lisa, how many times has your father done a stupid stunt? 302. She's like, Marge is like, really? I swear it was 300. That's such a good meta joke. Like, 302. Really? I swear it was 300. It's the 300th time he's done a fuck up. What I've also noticed is, what season is it? What season is I'm thinking of? Here it is. Season 11 has 2 Treehouse of Horror episodes in production. The first episode of Season 11 is Treehouse of Horror 10, and the second to last episode of Season 11 in terms of production is Treehouse of Horror 11. What the fuck? Like, that kind of hurts my brain a bit. Like, wait. It's just weird that, like, Season 11 is when it all caught up. And, like, every season afterwards, you would just get Treehouse of Horror 12 in Season 12, Treehouse of Horror 13 in Season 13. And honestly, like, I know the reason why those episodes, production-wise, are in the previous season. Those are holdover episodes. It always gets added in as a list of, these are holdovers. But the fact that that started in Season 11 kind of blows my mind. So, where is it? Episode 350. Actually, we're getting near the end here. Whoa. I spent so much time talking about this that Fear the Roof was production-wise episode 350. Broadcast-wise, it was episode 351. If Future Drama was episode 350, Broadcast Order. With that being said, folks, this is Tony. I am signing out. I hopefully got the attention of the Simpsons crew. I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.